Every tale echoes through time, from its inception to you 2000 years from now, to its conclusion from you 2000 years ago. Today, as I reflect on a decade long journey with Attack on Titan, the lines of past and present blur, and I find myself whispering a grateful and bittersweet farewell to a world that in many ways has shaped who I've become. In a mundane classroom, the sight of a titan peering over the wall, sketched with incredible detail by a friend who had dozed off, beckoned me to a reality brimming with raw depictions of humanity's plight. It was unlike anything I had encountered since the era of Dragon Ball and Astro Boy, a blend of the archaic and the modern, enveloping me in its world. This tale, steeped in the dichotomy of a cruel yet wondrous world, painted landscapes that mirrored the vistas from my own window, evoking a sense of home. Its melodies threaded through my soul, harmonizing with my silent struggles, my battle with titans of despair and confusion during my adolescent years. As Eren yearned for freedom, I saw my reflection in his turbulent spirit. His journey through transformation paralleled my own, shaping, challenging, and revealing the depth of human condition. Through themes of freedom, humanity's resilience, love, and the harrowing truths of life, war, and forgiveness, I grappled with my own understanding, finding solace and strength in the resolve of these characters. With Eren, Mikasa, and others, I've traversed a path of redemption, witnessed the indomitable human spirit, and encountered the many facets of love and sacrifice. Now, as Eren lays down the weight of his own chains, I too feel a personal liberation, a closing of a chapter that has intimately entwined with my own life's narrative. Controversies and debates have swirled around this saga, much like the world it reflects, brutal, unforgiving, and complex. Yet, within its walls, I found a resonant truth. Life's significance is often found in fleeting joys, in moments as simple as a game of catch or the touch of the wind on your face. And so, with a heart full of emotions, I extend my deepest gratitude to Hajime Isayama, the creators, and to you who've walked this path alongside me. As Attack on Titan concludes, let us take one last sojourn through these walls and memories, celebrating the story that not only entertained us but lived with us. As the tales of Attack on Titan began to resonate within me, there were no figures or posters to be seen, but the imprint was profound, etched within the confines of my memories. It was in a simple classroom where the connection began, not through visuals, but through a conversation and a shared sketch. The titanic battles, the fierce cry of for freedom, the unwavering resolve in the face of despair. I carried these narratives with me through the ebb and flow of my years. Alongside Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, my own story unfolded, a silent chapter paralleling the trials and triumphs on screen. When Eren first beheld the ocean, it marked a boundary between dreams and reality. Similarly, it was during this period that I encountered my own vast oceans of change, navigating the stormy waters of adolescence and stepping into the great expanse that lay before me. Within Eren's fury, Armin's curiosity, and Mikasa's steadfastness, I found fragments of myself. My collection became one of intangible moments, lessons learned, and insights gained, far beyond the reach of any shelf. Life's most profound impacts often leave no material trace, yet they sculpt our very being. Attack on Titan left its mark, not through tangible tokens, but through the experiences that mirrored my journey, teaching me profound truths about the world and myself. This bond was not built on collectibles or merchandise, it was forged through the reflections I saw in its characters, in a world that felt like an extension of my own. It bore witness to my coming of age, and as the story reaches its denouement, an era of my life approaches its twilight. As we delve into the intricacies of the characters and their fated paths, I carry with me the invaluable lessons learned and the indelible marks left on my life's canvas by this remarkable narrative. It did not merely entertain, it journeyed alongside me, a companion through growth and self discovery. And now, as we bid farewell, it's with the recognition that we are all, in myriad ways, molded by the stories we traverse, both real and imagined. As I think about the arcs of the characters, it's clear that their growth charted a course similar to my own. Aaron's journey from a rage filled youth to a leader burdened by the knowledge of countless timelines showcases the agony of choice and the pursuit of an elusive ideal of freedom. The same complexities lie within us all as we strive to make choices in a world that often seems predetermined. Reiner's duality is a profound exploration of nationalism versus individual desire. It's a narrative that's shaped by his need to protect his family and his longing to find simple joy with those he grew to call friends. This complexity made his character one of the most human amidst the chaos of his world, and it's a reminder of the inner battles we all face between duty and desire. Levi, the very embodiment of sacrifice and duty, is a testament to the steep price of strength and the burden of choices that come with it. His sacrifice, choosing Armin over Erwin, was a defining moment that laid bare the cost of leadership and weight of carrying another's will. It was a somber lesson in the true nature of sacrifice, the need to let go of the past to embrace the potential of the future. There was a point in my life when I chose to walk away from friends, mistakenly believing that distance was a form of protection. It's a decision that echoes Aaron's own, where his intentions, masked as selfishness, were really a facade for a deeper sense of responsibility and protection. A decision born from love, yet marred by regret. Reiner's journey, with its many shifts from ally to adversary and back to an unlikely hero, brings a nuanced perspective on trust and redemption. His narrative is a powerful illustration of how the lines of allegiance can blur, teaching that our understanding of others can deepen with time and context. My initial views on Eren were shaded with disdain. His early character was all too reflective of the anger and impulsivity I saw in myself. But as his character unfolded into a leader with a tragic sense of awareness, my disdain turned into a deep-seated respect. It's a shift that reveals the power of what stories can do to change hearts and foster empathy. Returning to this ocean scene, Aaron's moment of clarity, where he recognized that his perceived freedom clashed with the wider world's reality, speaks volumes about the essence of freedom. For Aaron, freedom was a battle to be fought against the entire world that wronged him and those he loved. But for Armin, it was the discovery and understanding of that very world, a quest for knowledge and peace. Their contrasting views represent the antithesis of freedom, how it can mean different things to different people, and how our life's battles often shift with our perceptions. Attack on Titan weaves these characters into our lives, imparting wisdom through their trials and allowing us to find solace in their shared experiences. As their stories unfolded, I found myself looking inward, contemplating my own values and choices. It's a narrative that's done more than fill the hours. It's left an indelible mark on my understanding of freedom, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of what we believe is right. The line between friend and foe blurs, and the cost of freedom often comes soaked in sacrifice. The series unfolds a reality where morality is not black and white, and war is an omnipresent shadow over every choice. Consider the moment Reiner's dual life is uncovered. It's more than a plot twist, it's a profound revelation that peels back the layers of what we thought we knew about the world. It's a masterful stroke in storytelling that challenges our understanding of loyalty and identity. Levi's relentless battles, each a spectacle of strategy and strength, aren't just physical confrontations, they're Levi's own dance with fate, where he lays everything on the line for the glimmer of hope for humanity. His decisions, especially during the pivotal moment of choosing resonate deeply with the show's recurring examination of what and who must be left behind for the future to have a fighting chance. The heartbreak of Sasha's death, the serene yet haunting experience at the sea, and the gut wrenching last happy memories shared between Eren and Mikasa all serve a narrative purpose beyond their immediate impact. They remind us that within the grand fight for freedom, there are personal battles, losses, and memories that shape the trajectory of the characters' lives. Flashbacks serve as a narrative cornerstone, piercing together a puzzle that spans generations. They cast a new light on present actions, particularly with the shocking truths of Grisha, revealing a legacy of burden and the inexorable flow of time and consequence. These highlights leave an indelible mark on the viewers. The fights, strategies, and losses, they all weave into the series' fabric, drawing a complex picture of a world where freedom is an arduous, costly pursuit. Delving deeper, the walls, immense and unyielding, stand as protectors against a monstrous tide. But as the saga unfolds, these same walls transition into prisons of ignorance, representing the barriers to truth that bind humanity in a false cocoon. And in this tangled web of conflict and survival, it's the sacrifices that cut deepest. Armin's brush with death, his rise as the colossal titan at the cost of Erwin's life. This was a turning point, this sacrifice, choosing the potential of the future over established hope of the present, was a moment that underscored the true spirit of the series, the spirit of growth, even through the pain of loss. Through these characters, their losses and trials, I've learned that the narrative is not just about the battles or the fight against monstrous foes. It's a deeper inspection of what drives us all, what confines us, and what sacrifices we are willing to make for the sake of a freedom that's as elusive as it is cherished. Engaging with these characters, understanding their dilemmas, and seeing the symbols of their world take on new meaning has not just been a highlight, it's been a revelation, a map to understanding the complex human spirit fighting for freedom against all odds. As the final chapter unfolded, I was overcome by a profound emotional storm. The stirring notes of Sawano's soundtrack heralded the commencement of a poignant finale that had me shedding tears in a relentless cascade. The stark imagery of people desperately clinging to life juxtaposed against the innocent vibrance of a baby in a red struck a chord deep within my soul. And then there was Mikasa and Eren's cabin scene, a sequence so beautifully serene yet laced with the tragic finality that my heart couldn't help but break. The climax, where Mikasa faced the harrowing task of ending his life, was a testament to the series' core themes, love intertwined with heartbreaking sacrifice. The spectral farewell of Levi's comrades was a bittersweet adieu that etched itself into my memory, but it was the closing scene, our portrayal of Mikasa's eventual passing, and the reunion in the afterlife, that left me emotionally exhausted, eyes sore, the residue of tears, a testament to the journey we had all undertaken with these people. Initially, the conclusion brought a sense of satisfaction. It was not the happy ending I had naively hoped for, but it was an ending that resonated with the harsh realities of the world Isayama had created, a world where even amidst the remnants of war, life must go on. This realization didn't dawn immediately. It was a truth that settled slowly in the hours and days following the finale, much like the dust in the aftermath of a battle. In a candid exchange with a friend, the layered complexities of the ending began to unravel. Eren's character, once driven by a childlike revenge, had evolved into a vessel of Ymir's will, a conduit for the cycle of destruction and futility. And yet, in his final act, There was an attempt to carve out a semblance of peace, however transient, for his friends. It was an imperfect, almost human resolution that laid bare the cyclical nature of conflict and the elusive hope for peace. As it reflects on the show's ultimate message, it's clear life is a tapestry of beauty and horror, an eternal battlefield where the lines between right and wrong blurs into obscurity. The takeaway is potent and clear. Cherish the moments of joy, love with fervor, and embrace life, flawed and fleeting as it may be. The moral and philosophies are ones steeped in grey, challenging the viewers to discern right from wrong in a world where every choice comes with a staggering cost. As Aaron stands as the fulcrum of this moral quandary, his choices echoes the series' relentless inquiry into the costs of freedom and the chilling necessities perceived in the pursuit of a greater good. His strategy of preemptive devastation to secure a future for his people grates against any black and white moral judgment, emblematic of the series' commitment to exploring ethical complexities without handholding the audience to any definitive moral conclusion. These actions, the sacrifices made, and the cycles of vengeance that unfurls in the show's climax resonate with a painful familiarity. They serve as an allegory for the real world struggles against oppression, the allure of retributive justice, and the soul searching question of whether true freedom can ever be obtained without the taint of someone else's blood. Aaron's final gambit, a devastating attempt to break the will of hatred, stands as a grim reminder of the sacrifices that history often demands for the illusion of peace. The resolutions of our cherished characters are painted in strokes of triumph and tragedy. Aaron's End is a cataclysmic full circle that hammers home the series' tragic essence, becoming the embodiment of hatred he initially sought to eradicate. Mikasa's heart-wrenching decision to oppose him, despite the labyrinth of her feelings, is a testament to her growth from dependency to a heartbreaking autonomy. Armin, ever the voice of reason, assumes the mantle of a peacemaker, his arc culminating in a role that seems almost prophesied from the start. As the curtains draw to a close, the series entrusts its audience with the legacy of its narrative threads, some neatly tied, others deliberately left dangling for us to ponder and weave forward in our minds. The revelations laid bare in the finale do more than just surprise. They reframe our entire understanding of the world beyond the walls, lending new dimensions to every action, every sacrifice that came before. In the wake of these revelations, Attack on Titan secures its legacy not only as a tale of titans and the fall of walls, but as a profound exploration of the human condition, of freedom sought, of peace brokered, and of a cycle of hatred that questions whether it can ever truly be broken. As the series drew to its climactic conclusion, it laid bare the weight of its characters' choices, leaving a profound impact on our understanding of its expansive moral landscape. These choices crystallized the series' philosophical inquiries, balancing the scales of preemptive violence and the pursuit for greater good. It's a testament to the show's unapologetic ambition to delve into the intricate dilemmas of freedom, oppression, and the oft misguided quest for peace. This resolution is not without its controversies, but the polarized reactions it evokes are indicative of its boldness. It doesn't shy away from uneasy questions that have shadowed the journey. The series' bravado in presenting an ending that doesn't placate all, but instead respects the intelligence of its audience, is precisely what cements its place in the pantheon of groundbreaking storytelling. The character arcs interlaced seamlessly with the grand schemes, their endings do not betray their journey, but illuminate them, showing how deeply entrenched they have been in the show's exploration of the human spirit. Aaron's tragic story, Mikasa's emancipation through heartbreak, and Armin's ascension to a beacon of hope are etched with the DNA of the series' rich thematic fabric. From a narrative standpoint, Attack on Titan does not falter in its final moments. The plot threads that have ensnared our minds are addressed with a deftness that leaves room for contemplation and debate, a hallmark of stories that endure. The final revelations don't just surprise, again, they recontextualize the entirety of the saga, adding immeasurable depth and encouraging a renewed examination of its chapters. In its totality, it bequeaths a legacy of daring and profound narrative artistry. It's a legacy defined not by unanimous acclaim, but by its capacity to evoke impassioned discourse, to challenge preconceptions, and to endure in the minds of those who have journeyed through its harsh yet captivating world. As it stands, the series reshapes the landscape of anime and narrative fiction, leaving an indelible mark on its culture and securing its place as an iconic masterpiece that will continue to provoke thought and emotion well into the future. In the pantheon of modern anime, Attack on Titan stands not merely as a popular titan, but a monument to innovative storytelling and contemporary commentary. Its impact, akin to seminal works like Evangelion, extends far beyond its sheer popularity. It's important to note that being influential is not synonymous with being universally adored. Evangelion was polarizing, especially with its ending, yet decades later it remains a cornerstone of anime. Attack on Titan strides alongside it, entering that elite category not just for its reach but for its profound audacity. Much like Game of Thrones, the series weaves a narrative rich in complexity and twists, yet at its core delves a potent commentary on the essence of freedom and the burden of those who claim to be its saviors. In this tale, the heroes often resemble the slaves of freedom, blurring lines between savior and destroyer, illuminating the paradox of seeking to save humanity by potentially destroying it. Eren Yeager stands as a testament to this paradox, a character so meticulously crafted that he challenges the conventional trajectory of a protagonist. He is a protagonist and antagonist, a static force from beginning to end. Eren begins as he ends, a child at play with the fates of humanity, wielding ideologies of freedom that are as naive as they are destructive. This reflects the immature and dangerous nature of extremist beliefs, making Eren a mirror not just for other characters in the story, but of the audience themselves. The brilliance of Hajime Isayama, the author, lies in how he orchestrated our perception of Eren. Initially, we scorned him for his weakness, his reactive nature, yet as the story progressed and Eren's methods shifted, many began to idolize his radical resolve, his cool demeanor. Isayama confronts us with our own fickleness, revealing that it was not Eren who changed, but our view of him, highlighting our own susceptibility to the same immaturity we witnessed within Eren. Attack on Titan is a narrative wrapped in determinism where every foreshadowing pays off, every twist falls into place with a satisfying click. From Grisha's history to the pivotal moments like Eren's kiss on Historia's hand, the story moves with a sense of inexorable momentum towards its conclusion. In this universe, the illusion of free will is laid bare, and Eren's path seemingly predestined, a cycle of influence echoing through time. This deterministic world is Isayama's canvas for reflecting the audience, especially those who criticize the story's resolution. Eren embodies a segment of humanity's immaturity, a stark portrayal of how the road to hell is often paved with misguided intentions to save humanity. In a masterstroke, Isayama turns the lens upon us, challenging us to see our reflections in Eren's unwavering, childlike determination. Ultimately, Attack on Titan transcends the confines of its medium, becoming a cultural touchstone that will provoke thought, inspire debate, and influence storytelling for years to come. It's not just anime, it's a cultural dialogue, a relentless examination of what it means to be free, an introspective look at the ideals that drives us, all under the guise of a titan-sized epic that reshapes not just its characters but its audience. As the screen fades to black on the final episode, I was left with a profound sense of closure. The series has been more than just entertainment. It's been a saga that matured alongside me, challenging me, enlightening me, and sometimes mirroring the trials of my own life. To Hajime Isayama, to every artist, animator, and storyteller who brought this world to life, your work has transcended the pages and screens to etch itself into the hearts of countless fans. You have not only created characters but also legacies that will outlive their narrative confinements. Aaron's journey, a relentless quest for freedom, has forced me to confront the complexities of sacrifice and the haunting questions of its worth. Armin's perspective brought a stark realities of our world into focus, all while preserving the fragility of hope. And in Mikasa's resolve, we found the truest form of devotion, a steadfast beacon through the series' darkest moments. This optimism, as I reflect on this ending, what I will miss is the weekly anticipation, the camaraderie of fellow fans, and communal experience of unraveling this tale's mysteries. What I hope to carry forward is the audacity to face my own titans, whatever form they may take, and the conviction to overcome the walls that arise before me. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through Attack on Titan. If you've appreciated the series and the content I've created, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Your support fuels this channel and ensures that the conversation, much like the Scout's resolve, will never falter. The story may have concluded, but our discussions, art, and shared experiences continue. I invite you all to share your journeys with this series in the comments. Let's keep this legacy alive as we dedicate our hearts.